See that between Macy Joncic and Jelani Palmer, they have that Mahomes-Kelsey-like relationship where they kind of just know what they're doing, and sometimes they don't run the route that's called, they run the route that's open.
Palmer in motion, quick slant, incomplete. There was a little bit of contact, but no flag. Brooklyn Hill was the intended wide receiver. Villarino broke it up. There's no contact and flag, but sometimes it's in an end zone.
Yeah, like we talked about before on the previous days, both the receiver and the DB have the right to the football. You see right there the defender is going for it, trying to knock it down, so that incidental contact is not a penalty.
Joncic on the move, downfield and incomplete. Good defense by the Rabbits. The intended receiver was Brooklyn Hill.
This Bad Rabbits defense have been getting better and better across this tournament. It's all about that communication and chemistry that they have, and they're not afraid to change up their looks either.
So it'll be quickly third down and midfield. Little stack formation to the right of Joncic. Good pressure on her. She completes it. And it's going to be fourth and midfield. That pass complete to Brooklyn Hill. Decision time now, and guessing that they're going to punt. There's no actual punt, so that means that the Bad Rabbits will have it on their own 5, first and midfield. That's a look at the fourth down scenario. Teams declare whether they play, which means they're going to go for it.
Yeah, Mark, being so far away from that no-run zone, those red dotted lines you see on the field, if they were to go for it and not get it, the Bad Rabbits would have had the ball in almost easy scoring position. Make them drive the length of the field, play for the next possession. Their defense for the Apex Predators is one of the best in this tournament, so they got to show up here.
Garuza downfield on first down, incomplete. So it'll be second and midfield to go.
Interesting to see that they're starting to man up on the outsides a little bit more, especially in such a big open field like this. That must mean that they're feeling very confident, going to your point about what a great defense they are, full of athletes.
And Phoebe, you mentioned how good Camila Yerzua has been at the quarterback spot. She also lines up much deeper than most quarterbacks do in this tournament. Talk to us a little bit about how that helps her in this offense function.
Absolutely. Ideally, you're just playing the numbers game here. The rush has to be from 7 yards, and because she's lining up at least 7 yards away, you're forcing that rusher to run a minimum of 14 yards. It just buys time and allows her to make a nice, slow, calm decision.
Looking at third down and midfield to go. Keep in mind that the Predators won the first meeting between these two teams 18-13.
And right there, I'm circling the rusher. That is the one that is affected by that deep set of Camila Yerzua.
Yerzua downfield, tipped away and incomplete, knocked away by Brooklyn Hill. So it's fourth down and midfield to go. Each team unsuccessful on their opening drives.
So you see Brooklyn Hill, who yesterday had a great offensive day, showing that she is also a two-way player for the Apex Predators, knocking that ball down.
Interesting that Gutierrez didn't get many targets on that opening drive for the Bunnies. The Rabbits, pardon me.
It's
Jelani Palmer.
That's an honest mistake.
Hey,
Listen, the Bad Bunnies is a great name. Come on.
I mean, great artists, great artists.
Great artist. Get us on your next album, buddy.
Hey, they got great hops. I know that. They got great hops. Second down in midfield coming up for the Bad Rabbits, representing the Raiders. Predators downfield, open and incomplete. The pass intended to Brooklyn Hill. Joncic just a little bit behind her intended receiver.
Yeah, and you're going to see Brooklyn Hill is going to be, I believe, right here, running across the middle of the field. Macy Joncic does a nice job putting the rusher in the blender, getting an opportunity to make this throw, and she's making that throw. It looks like it's inaccurate, but she's trying to throw it away from the safety, so I understand that. The receiver just couldn't adjust enough for it.
Third down in midfield. And that is way overshot, intended for Jelani Palmer. Yeah, she's got a great future. Tremendous athlete, and they fumble it in the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. So the Bad Rabbits catch a bad break there. It'll be a safety, so the Apex Predators get on the board first through no great effort of their own outside of this error.
And Phoebe, how often do you see this in the flag game?
I mean, this is tough, right? Because your center's an eligible receiver, sometimes they're thinking about their snap, they're thinking about their route, and it really messes with it. But this could be a major play.
And they lose possession of the football. First in midfield, coming back the other way for the Apex Predators. Pass complete, a gain of about 4 yards to Brooke Campion.
You know, Mark, we usually say quarterbacks have the best hands on the team.
Okay.
But even for the quarterback, if you remember that image you just saw of Camila Urzua, you have to look the ball in before you get your eyes onto the defense. It's a very small thing, but as Phoebe said, it's a huge play now being down by 2 and giving up possession of the ball.
Second down in midfield. Pass complete. And still on the move. Brooklyn Hill with a nice gain. A yard shy of midfield. That puts them in that no-run zone where you see the red dotted line.
And right here you see all these flagpole attempts, and Brooklyn Hill doing a nice job changing levels, using her speed to the outside to avoid that flag being pulled. Phoebe actually showed me a couple of these moves a few days ago. Maybe we'll be able to show those videos, although I hope we don't.
Man, I know you did. I know you dipped. You tried to dip your hips a little bit, like Brooklyn Hill did a moment ago.
When I dip, you dip, we dip. But Phoebe was all over it.
They'll be third in midfield. Got to get across that midfield stripe. They do with another completion to Brooklyn Hill, and it'll be first down and goal from 15 yards out for the Apex Predators, trying to capitalize on that safety, that fumble in the end zone by the Bad Rabbits.
Yeah, and that might have happened if you didn't have Camila Urzua standing so far back. You want to usually stand out of the end zone for that, but this is great momentum here for the Chargers.
They have 3 downs to score. Joncic trying to run it here. It was handed off to her so she can run. Morales Ramos making the tackle.
Now, I know you're wondering, why doesn't the quarterback just run every single time? Well, the quarterback can only run if the ball is taken by someone else from the center and then handed off to them. Then they have a run-pass option, or as we call it in 11-on-11, an RPO. And Macy Joncic showed us yesterday that she is one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in this tournament.
Used to run track, right?
Used to run track, ran the 100 and the 200 and the long jump. And the crazy thing is, she's not even Apex's normal quarterback. Wow. We'll give you more on that after this play.
They got a flag down on the field.
Illegal procedure on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Loss of down, it'll be third down.
Yeah, Phoebe, Macy Joncic is QB2, isn't she?
She is, which is kind of incredible to think that she's able to come in here and be able to take ownership of this quarterback role. And just to be clear on the illegal procedure, you cannot have 2 people in motion at the same time.
So it's third down and goal. They've only got 3 tries to score once they cross midfield. Here comes the rush on Joncic into the end zone, caught in the back of the end zone. What a grab by who else? Jaylani Palmer got her feet down too, Robert.
Yes, she did, Mark Jones. Jaylani Palmer, we told you she's a two-way star. She's not here to take part. She's here to take over. She's going to motion in and run this kind of like inside corner route, post route, just going levels of the defense. The Bad Rabbits were all over it. But sometimes when you got a receiver out there who can get it done, you just got to throw it up and say, hey, she's open down there somewhere.
Here's the extra point from 5 yards out, complete to Brooklyn Hill, who was a big part of that scoring drive. So in a blink after that safety, the Apex Predators lead 9-0.
I want you guys to watch this catch one more time. Look, go up, high point it, get the feet in. That is a touchdown that would make Travis Kelce proud. Listen, man. Unbelievable.
Her favorite athlete is Steph Curry. She's starting to cook like Chef Curry. That pass incomplete on first and midfield. Intended for Gutierrez. Gutierrez, Phoebe, easy to spot out there. She wears that lid all the time, right? She got the hat on.
She does, she does. It's a great way to identify her. I mean, but let's just talk about the rush here. She is doing a wonderful job. The speed, and look, also Camila Urzua, watch her hip motions.
Finds her target that time. Quarterback Ayala made the catch. Urzua on the pass.
And now we've seen the Bad Rabbits get down, right? They're down 9-0. In their first game, something similar happened. They went down by 2 scores. They said they had to keep their emotions high, as in keep a good positive attitude and not get down on themselves, because in the last game, they came back and almost won the game. So now we're sitting here at 4th and mid, and they have a choice to make where they're going to go for it or punt.
It's looking like they're going to go for it, and I agree with this decision. You've got to be able, you've got less than 2 minutes in this half. You've got to be able to get points on the board here.
Down 9-0, and possessions are so critical in this game, an average of about 7 or 8 per. Yerzura completes it for the first down to Sofia Ayala. And it's first down and goal. They'll have 3 chances now to score.
Yes, Sofia Ayala, you're going to see her take the snap. She's going to run a nice little in and out whip, which in flag football is one of the most crucial and devastating routes you can actually run. I always say as a wide receiver, if you can't get open flag, you just don't know how to run routes.
Yerzura looking to pass. Gets a lot of air under it, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off by Hill, intended for Gutierrez, who had that pivotal play that won the game for them in their previous one. It's interesting, there's another incompletion there by Yerzura. She only had a total of 4 incompletions coming into this game. She's already got that many now.
And in her game the other day, to be fair, any of the incompletions did happen in that first half. So like you were saying before, Robert, this is just about getting that rhythm back and build into the second half. Remember, they get the ball.
Second and goal coming up. Yerzura. What a catch at the 4-yard line by Sofia Ayala. Ooh. Got in behind Jelani Palmer.
I mean, they're running deep cross concepts from the other side of the field. Football is a game of inches. Just missed right there by Jelani Palmer knocking it down, and just gets the feet in and the knees in to make that catch possible. The Bad Rabbits are not going away easily. And right here, huge. We got 8 seconds left here in this first quarter. They got to hurry up and run this play. They got to call timeout.
Running or timeout, one or the other.
Timeout.
Wow.
Raiders.
Oh, my goodness.
That was perilously close
30 seconds.
to having time expire on them. They get the timeout. 3rd and goal.
This is a huge play for them here. They've got to be able to punch it in. Now looking where they are, they're inside the no-run zone. They've got 4 yards to get there, but you end up looking a lot of the times, front pylons, back pylons. You're looking for those matchups.
One play makes a difference, right? One play.
Because the Bad Rabbits get the ball out at halftime, this is a huge play from a scoring perspective. They can score here, go for an extra point, and then get the ball back and have a chance to go ahead. We call that in 11 on 11 an opportunity to get points at the half, before the half, and right after the half. Championship teams do that. If the Bad Rabbits want to win this whole tournament, they got to show their championship pedigree right here.
Here we go on 3rd and goal. Yerzura into the end zone, open and touchdown. They get on the board. Great catch on the play by Ayala again.
Ayala right here, corner route. One of the most deadly routes in flag. We got the whips and we got the corners. Yerzura rolls that way to make it a much easier throwing lane for herself and also to throw off the rusher. Easy completion, big time play. I love the way they drew that up on the whiteboard. Let's listen to what they have here on this extra point. Did you get that, Mark?
Un poquito. Just a little bit. We came in a little too late.
Yeah, it was too late. I think he said, hey, we're going to score right here.
And there it is, mucho bueno. Sofia Ayala again, who was pivotal on that scoring drive. Boy, that gives them momentum going into the half.
Wow. We talk about Sofia Ayala just making play after play after play. Look at the toe drag swag right there on the sideline. I mean, comes out of the route, looks the ball in, gets the feet there. You're talking about her going up against Jelani Palmer, who has 3 interceptions throughout this entire tournament. Big time championship moment right there for the Bad Rabbits.
Oh, hugely. And this is the momentum they want to carry them into the half like this.
Let's go downstairs to Chris.
Join Macy, we've talked about the trust that you have in Jelani. What do you see from her in the athleticism to be able to get those feet down on the TD?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I told her before the play, I was like, you need to get back there. You know, just like that play from yesterday. And I just knew that I could trust her and her athleticism and everything like that. So, you know, she got it done.
What adjustments do you need in the second half to continue to move the football when it's in your hands?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just need to play smart. We need to be really precise. You know, I need to be more precise with my throws, more precise with our routes. You know, we need to just pick up on the little things that are really going to set us forward.
Good luck, Macy.
Thank you.
Guys.
The Bad Rabbits have to get Leah Gutierrez more involved in their offense.
How do they do that?
Absolutely. I mean, and they've had really great opportunities so far to kind of move her around.
Sophia Ayala making the reception on that play. As the Bad Rabbits have the football with a little under 12 minutes to go. 2 12-minute halves, 4 opportunities to get to midfield, and 3 to score if they make it that far. Yaruza incomplete over the middle, and that ball was tipped actually by Amaya Griffin.
Hey, rushing
quickly third in midfield, Robert.
100%. Rushing the passer in flag football, it has the same parameters, I would say, as rushing the passer in 11-on-11.
Okay.
If you're a rusher and you can't get to the quarterback to pull their flag or make the tackle to get the sack, get your hands up and play volleyball. You don't have to keep your hands down. It affects the quarterback's throwing angles. Great job right there by Amaya Griffin of doing that.
Yaruza at quarterback started playing when she was 8 years old with her brother into traffic and caught in amongst rush hour traffic. Morales Ramos with the grab. Ooh. First and goal.
Just a nice job. Morales Ramos, I believe, is right here. She's going to run to the middle of the field and then button hook afterwards. Just scramble drill. Hey, when the quarterback's running your way and the play is dead, you got to run vertical. She does a nice job of that. The same rules of going up and high pointing the football, trying to be Randy Moss out there.
Okay.
Nice job right there from a player who doesn't catch a lot of passes in this offense. Sometimes you got to step up big when your team needs you.
Bad Rabbits threatening right now. Chance to go ahead on first and goal from inside the 10. Yaruza takes the call from the sidelines. Pulls and picked off. What a grab by Brooklyn Hill. Man, she had a beat on that play and that pattern and picked it. Much to the dismay of Yaruza.
Yes, Brooklyn Hill said, I'm tired of these scramble drills. You're going to see there's the pressure from the rusher, makes her move. Another scramble drill, receiver changes their route. Brooklyn Hill says, hey, I got a right to this football too. Wow. Attacks it downhill, strong hands. Ooh, you love to see it from a defensive perspective.
On the quick slant by Joncic, incomplete, intended for Lily Mayo. It'll be second down in midfield.
Looking at the rush that you have against Yaruza, she doesn't like to roll out. She really wants to just stay in the pocket, give you a little hip flick. So the fact that you ended up pushing her out was great.
Joncic at quarterback. She told us yesterday, this is my last chance to win it all with this group of special teammates. She takes a shot downfield. Caught in stride. Palmer. Touchdown. That's how you do it. 15-7.
Hey, Mark, they ran the route that they called on that one. And it was a big-time touchdown between Macy Joncic and Jelani Palmer.
She got in behind Gutierrez.
Yes, you're going to see her line up right here by the center, run this post route. And I want you to watch this defender right here. She is in position to make the play. That's Leah Gutierrez. But Macy Joncic and Jelani Palmer know, hey, if we can throw this over the top, she can run and go make that play. Amazing touch on this throw and great trust by the quarterback to know that the receiver was going to run open.
Macy Joncic hated the idea of finishing second again for a fourth time. And that's going to be good on the extra point. Brooklyn Hill. So the lead quickly back to 9, Phoebe.
Yeah, keep in mind, remember, it's about where the football is, not where the flag is pulled. So you're looking to get that just to break the plane of the end zone there.
We've seen 3 very close calls like that now, right?
Absolutely. It's a tough call, but you've got to rely on your officials.
In previous games, that pass complete. Boy, great dip of the hips there by the receiver on the play, Morales Ramos. She must have watched y'all's demo, right?
I mean, we did a great job educating. I don't know, Robert.
I think they had it down before that.
Oh, my. I mean, look at that change of direction. I know a lot of people out there watching this are like, man, both my ACLs and my MCLs would be gone if I pulled that move off.
There's a flag down on that play. The catch made out near midfield by Morales Ramos.
Impeding the rusher. Offense. That's a 5-yard penalty. Loss of down. It's third down.
Wow, third in midfield.
So they have the right. Remember, our rusher starts at 7 yards. They have the right to go from where they are lined up to where the quarterback is. And you cannot get in the way of them. You cannot impede them or push them off of their path.
Third in midfield coming up now for the Bad Rabbits.
If they're going to want to go for this on 4th and mid, they're going to have to get this at least to the no-run zone, which is that red dotted line.
Yaruza past midfield and picked off again by Brooklyn Hill. She has been all over that field today for the Apex Predators. Apex Predators, after that second Hill interception with the football, Joncic can run it after it was handed off to her, and she stopped at about the 10-yard line by Morales Ramos.
So this is really nice to see because you see that they're bringing in some sort of double quarterback. You're having the defense send 2 blitzers, so you have to line up behind the 7-yard line. But as soon as that ball is exchanged, anyone's able to cross the line of scrimmage.
And to your point, Phoebe, like you said, they can bring as many rushes as they want, but the more rushes you bring, the less defenders you have on the passing side of it. So it is a risky strategy.
Hand off to Hill, and she stopped at about the 2. It'll be third down and goal. Morales Ramos making the stop again. Just listen in to this action on the field. Okay, I know it's no contact, but anytime you fall, that's contact.
Oh, it hurts. And we've seen these young women, you know, all day today, yesterday, and the day before, running with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
This means everything to them. They're trying to get in the end zone by any means necessary.
Third and goal. They got to score here. Quick screen, complete. And a touchdown to Jelani Palmer.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really almost putting it out of reach. 22-7.
The Apex Predators have done a nice job utilizing motion, moving Jelani around. Right here, she's going to motion in and run just a nice, I don't want to say pick route because there's no picks allowed.
Okay, don't say pick then.
There's no picks allowed in flag football, and there's
Phoebe,
no picks allowed.
He didn't say pick, so I guess it didn't happen.
Phoebe, he didn't say pick.
There's no picks allowed in NFL football either, but you can get in the way of the defender. Nice job sneaking her in there for that touchdown.
They're going for 1 from 5 yards out. Joncic buys time. There's a flag down. Incomplete. Let's see what this call is on the field. Time winding down on the Bad Rabbits.
Offensive pass interference. Try is no good. First down, Raiders.
Bad Rabbits repping the Raiders. Got to work quickly here with 4:19-18 to go. Down 22-7. Phoebe, how do they get back into as quickly as possible?
I mean, they're going to have to go down there and score quickly, get an interception on defense, and then run it back again, to be honest. That's really their only options here with this clock rolling.
Underneath, complete, out to the 10-yard line. Sophia Ayala with another reception, but under 4 minutes to go. This is the second meeting between these two teams in this tournament. NFL Flag Championships.
And this is when they have to go essentially no huddle, get to the ball and run as many plays as fast as they possibly can.
Yaruza's pass incomplete. Sorry, Robert.
No, it's okay. So as you were saying, Phoebe, that clock is rolling against them. And on defense, right, we're focusing on them on offense right now, and the quarterback certainly is going to have to take some shots down the field. But on defense, because the clock moves so fast and this game is so fast, their only chance is to get a pick six somehow.
Absolutely, you're spot on. And I mean, when you've got the pressure of this, right? This is a very young team. You look at some of the athletes like Leah Zoe Gutierrez. I mean, she's 15 years old out here on an 18U team. So if you don't have the pressure, if you've not been in the pressure of these moments, it can start to add up on such a massive stage.
I'm really confused as to why they're punting here on 4th down and down 22-7. That would almost indicate that they're surrendering here.
From a strategic standpoint, what I would say is that they're punting because if they give the ball back to the Apex Predators in their own territory so close to the end zone, they definitely don't have a chance. Yeah. At least with this, they can maybe catch an interception and potentially run it back.
If there's any time left.
If there's any time left.
Hill runs it. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Brooklyn Hill with the run. Morales Ramos with the tackle. And the clock stops with 2:26 to go. The Raiders use one of those said timeouts that we were alluding to a moment ago, but they're down 22-7.
Hay que parar ese estadio, ¿ok? X de lado fuerte, tranquilas, normal. Atentas a la corrida de las quarterbacks. Ahorita no aplica el cambio. Te quedas. Va.
I think some of that timeout is also just to kind of bring the girls together and calm them down, right? They're starting, you can see their facial expressions, they're feeling the moment.
Stop. So even incomplete doesn't matter. So incomplete can happen. You understand?
Next to you.
Behind her, to the left. Hey, sell the fake.
Todd Thompson, the head coach of the leaders right now, the Apex Predators.
And Mark, he did a really nice job there of just reinforcing to the girls an incomplete pass doesn't matter. The clock doesn't stop on that incomplete. It only stops if they have a timeout. Some of these girls play tackle football as well, so reminding them of those rules is a good thing.
Joncic's pass is incomplete, intended for Lily Mayo.
Both of these teams now, also their head coaches, you know, you're looking at Bad Rabbits head coach Ariana Laura. She is a gold medal winner with Team Mexico at the World Games. Looking over at Coach Todd, he's been with the USA with the 15U. I mean, both of them know how to work in these really elite environments, so it's interesting to see how they interact with their teams.
3rd in midfield to go for the Apex Predators. The last meeting went right down to the game's final moments. This one looking like a different script with the Predators in control. Anaya Lil with the completion and the catch with 95 seconds to go. And the winner of this game will play in the championship game at 4 p.m. on ABC. The Predators looking to finally get over the hump. They've been second place, the runner-up 3 times, Macy Joncic told us, going back to their 14 and under years.
Bailing to that corner. If they jump it, she's just leading you out there. Okay. You understand? Okay.
Hey guys, watch the rush.
You got it. You're on the outside. Hey.
The thumbs up. Everything is good. Here's a look at the bracket. The winner plays at 4 o'clock against the winner of the game on ESPN at 1 o'clock between Texas Fury and Staten Island. Those 2 teams come in undefeated as well at 5-0. Joncic, Palmer, remix, and the tackle made at the 3, and a great tackle it was by Sofia Ayala, preventing that last score.
Oh man, just a nice job of giving Macy Joncic what appears like a run-pass option, even though she's just trying to extend the play, and she throws on the run better than any quarterback in this tournament. And who else did she throw it to? Jelani Palmer, the 2-way star for the Apex Predators, as I call her, their lioness.
First down and goal. They'll have 3 chances from right there just outside the 3-yard line. Joncic pass low, but it's caught anyway. Palmer, her security blanket. Man. Another completion, and it's 28-7.
And this is a very simple vertical, right back down to the front pylon, going up against Liazo Gutierrez. Jelani Palmer has had the betterment of that matchup all day long, low and away, where your receiver can make the play and the DB can't on the throw by Macy Joncic. This was just textbook quarterback receiver play here. These 2 have taken over this game, and they're looking forward to taking over this tournament, potentially in the championship.
Here's the extra point, and that incomplete. As the clock winds down, folks, that'll do it. The Apex Predators, representing the Chargers out of Las Vegas, will move on to the championship game.